Let's call this to order.
Mr. Wolf? Mr. Giovanelli?
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yes.
Hutchinson? Yes. Mr. Chapman? Yes. Marietta?
Visitors, I see we have no visitors. Okay. Need a motion for the approval of the minutes from January the 5th. So moved.
I'll second. Mr. Carpenter?
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson? Yes. Mr. Giovanelli?
Yes.
Mr. Chapman? Yes. Mr. Marietta?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes. Need a motion for, I guess, organization, we'll go to my organizational meeting for January the 5th. For the minutes. So moved.
Second. Okay, Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Giovanelli?
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yes.
Mr. Hutchinson? Yes. Mr. Chapman? Yes. Mr. Marietta?
Yes. And finally, I need a motion to approve the minutes for the January 20th combined council meeting. Seconded.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yes.
Mr. Marietta?
Yes.
Chapman? Yes. Hutchinson? Yes. Mr. Giovanelli?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes. Visitor comments? Legislation?
There are no legislation at this time.
So we got council action items, we got Microsoft Development Agreement Amendment.
Good evening, everyone. I'll be brief, but as you're aware, we've been expecting an amendment for the Microsoft development. Just as we get farther down the line with the development, there's a few things. Primarily, there was additional details about the Canyon Road extension. We've been able to secure stronger plans, different quotes for what we're anticipating that project to cost. And so to firm up our agreement and to ensure that that remains strong with that project, there's an amendment for that piece, as well as some clarifying language about resurfacing Enterprise and High Street. As we anticipate some of the construction vehicles to come in and out of that area, we want to make sure that those roads stay in good quality shape. And so we've been able to negotiate those terms in the development agreement. Solicitor Rose, am I missing anything else that I should call out there?
No, I think,
If anybody has any questions, please let me know.
now they'll be utilizing the road between the, with that. You know what I'm talking about? Used to go back to the lease far back in there. Will they be using that?
So the only roads they'll be using is, of course, coming off of Enterprise and High. And then that will just be really to get the grading equipment and those things on there. Canyon Road extension is one of the primary reasons, because I think it is important for us to acknowledge that there's one down there, that the Canyon Road extension is actually not required to make their development happen, but it's better access for their site. It just makes a lot of sense long-term for infrastructure for the village. And so that's why we're moving those plans forward. So they have that access, and then they have also, they're working on the final details or really approvals from the railroad to have access on the railroad crossing as well.
Brenda, you're looking forward to get this passed tonight, or?
This is what we're asking for you to direct the solicitor to draft legislation. I'm still working on this part, even 2.5 years in.
You are seeking a motion for the draft legislation to authorize the mayor or her agents to execute the Microsoft Development Agreement amendment.
You'll never expect me to be able to do that.
I will make that motion.
Motion in a second. Paul?
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Mariota?
Yes.
Mr. Tribbinelli?
Yes.
Mr. Chapman? Yes. Ms. Husbandson? Yes. Mr. Carpenter?
Yes.
Okay. Next is, meeting minutes format. Jared, you could say something about it?
Yes, so this body may remember, as some of you were on council at the time, in May of 2025, or I believe June, this body, did a resolution for a temporary exploration into a 6-month period where the village meeting minutes were simply recorded, they were not recorded and written down. That 6-month resolution has since expired. So now we are seeking a motion from this body to make that video recording the permanent meeting minutes moving forward. And in addition to that, you should note in your council packet, there are samples of electronically generated Word documents for the meeting minutes to accompany the official video recordings. So if the body is willing to do so, we are seeking a motion to make meeting minutes permanently audio and video recording with an accompanying electronically generated Word document. Now, obviously, if there's any
My only one was before, when we first put this in, was, retention. Are we keeping a record of that? Other than, I know it's gonna be on YouTube or whatever, we can see that, but do we have any sort of a digital retention, like putting it on a DVD and sticking it somewhere?
Being saved on the server. You can download each video
Okay.
individually and have them, they're all on the server.
So you're looking for some type of hard copy.
Yes.
I suppose that would be the hard copy. We have
Yeah,
that.
well, that's fine.
It looks like the AI is getting a lot better, but it's still not great. I was reading over some of the AI and they have the wrong person saying the comments that I noticed in one of them. I don't know if anybody else can see anything, but so AI is close, but it's not perfect. We gotta make sure we put bold AI, not.
There will be a
I would put
disclaimer.
disclaimer.
Yeah,
That's the
there will be a
word.
disclaimer.
I did draft a disclaimer and provided it to Chris. I believe it was Friday last week, right? But there would be.
Will the minutes be reviewed and edited by anybody, or it will just be the AI?
Well, the meeting minutes themselves will continue to be the video recording that's up on YouTube. This is the AI generated to be supplemental. Now, I can't speak to whether or not they will actually be reviewed. My office would likely not be reviewing it. I can't speak to if anyone else.
My understanding is they would not be reviewing, that's why we put the disclaimer.
Okay.
So that people know that there's, you know, we need to, we want what specifics we need, what sort of. That would give you a baseline of what happened during.
In the meeting minutes are purely verbatim and recorded with no issue. The problem that makes that transcript to entirely supplementary. It's fine, at least from my perspective.
Okay. So we have a. Can we make a motion?
So moved.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Hutchinson? Yes. Mr. Tribbinelli?
Yes.
Just a little bit of sidebar on that. So I know that Valerie does it all the time. I suppose I ought to be saying who brought it up and seconded it, so it can record it. So
That would assist. Yeah.
yeah. All right. Job description / compensation creation. Talking to that.
this really came up from the, personnel committee, so I'm gonna defer that to the chair of the personnel committee first.
Okay, so at our last meeting, we discussed a job description and compensation, new creation of a position. And we all voted to move forward on this position. It is for the everyone has the job description somewhere. Oh, Economic and Community Development Assistant Director. Brittany, if you want to speak a little bit more into detail on that.
Thank you. I won't go into a whole lot of detail. I know that we had a lengthy discussion during our committee meeting, but happy to answer any questions anyone has. I think everyone knows that the department has adjusted and changed and taken on a lot of different responsibilities and roles over the course of the last 2 years. That is required as I've been taken away more and more in different capacities. That's required me to lean on Caitlin a lot, really stepping up. Filling in when I can't be in certain meetings and playing a much larger leadership role. Right now, she's my assistant, but I would tell you that that department would not function if we did not have her working alongside me on a daily basis, doing the work that she does. And so this creation is elevating her similar to a superintendent's assistant. This is moving her to an assistant director position versus my administrative assistant, allowing me to lean on her more and more as the work that we're doing continues to grow. And so the job description reflects that as well as the compensation. Can I answer any questions?
I have two.
Please.
I was at the personnel committee meeting, so
Please.
I consider this then not only an increase in responsibility, but also an increase in salary.
Correct. What we're proposing to increase her salary to now has already been budgeted for and appropriated in our annual budget. But of course, the range is higher, allowing me to be able to compensate her furthermore as years continue when we can increase her salary on merit and budget it appropriately.
You answered the second question.
Thank you.
I had a couple of questions also. My first question was, what was the previous range? But this is a totally new position, so there's no previous range, so it's new and.
Yes, I can tell you what she's making currently, if that's helpful. The reason why we are creating a completely new position is one, because it's a promotion. But two, if or when we do not have it budgeted, believe me, Deb already knows I'm not allowed to have another person. But if there happens to be a reason that we are able to add to the department, that position still exists versus creating an entirely new position. But of course, it would have to be budgeted and approved in lots of other ways before we just put someone.
Would still be.
Correct, the assistant position.
And then, like, say you're redoing this because she has stepped up and this and that.
Taking on a lot of additional.
So this hourly range, we're looking at, she's very qualified. Is that range gonna work if, say, she would leave and we get somebody else in, not quite as qualified?
Yeah, I feel strongly that the range would allow us to be able to find someone else if, oh, God forbid, she would ever leave me. I appreciate that question, though, but it's important. Thank you.
So then we need to make a motion to, and I'll make a motion to legislation for the creation of this position as stated in the recommendation.
Gladly seconded.
Okay, Councilmember Carter made a motion and Councilmember Giovanelli seconded. Roll call.
Chapman?
Yes.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yes.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Mariano?
Yes.
Ms. Hutchinson?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That concluded the motion.
The fourth one is the job description and compensation modification that relates to the council clerk position. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the job description working out with the mayor. So we're just placing this on the agenda for your consideration. But we will have a detailed job description and the salary range in the next meeting. And I believe we also talked about this position at the personnel committee. Main idea is really the current position needs to be working with the council as a whole to coordinate the meeting to be the individual that really work with the 6 individual councils, working out meeting coordination, working out the required training that everybody needs to have based on the Ohio legislation, and other things that the mayor believes that this person needs to work more with council members. And that's why we were looking at modifying this position.
Are we thinking about moving or using the income going back to January 1st of this year? Make it retro from the first of the year, or we're gonna start to pay? Whether you have any idea what you want to do? Should we make it as of January 1st of this year, or should we start it then?
I think it's just fine to do it now. Just it being a promotion.
Okay.
I think it would be whenever the council approves, at that time, that's when the salary starts.
Thank you.
Yeah, because then existing.
Yeah, that's right. Whenever whenever the council makes the decision, that's when the new salary will start.
Okay.
Yeah.
There'll need to be legislation.
Yeah.
Because these are all, pay changes, so, I mean, I can get with you to do the legislation for the one they just.
Okay.
And we can do another one whenever the other one.
Yeah.
Administrators report.
Updates. I want to give a shout out to the public works employees for them to work the last weekend during the abnormal snowfall. With the superintendent Ward and the assistant superintendent Stillman and the crew working on the 12-hour shift. So they got the remote cloud. Right now, they are trying to clear the sidewalk. Unfortunately, we got so much snow, we don't know what to do with it. So we were trying to move the snow to the park. So just let them sit there for now. So, because when you have the snow, this amount, you create some kind of ice site issue. You continue to push them up. So they are removing the snow to the park. You may still see the snow in May in the park, but that's what the whole idea. Yeah. And I also want to give a shout out to the water and the wastewater crew. They came in during the road hazardous condition just to cover the plant operation. They are fantastic. They came in the snowstorm and then during the hazardous road conditions. Lastly is that we received the annual report from Humane Society of Lee County. That is in your packet as well. The 2 points in that letter was that they give you an update about 2025, and the same token, they are just letting us know the current executive director is retiring, and the new executive is going to come on board. And the current memo of understanding between the village and Humane Society has been in place for the last 4 years with no increase. So they are intent to ask for increase for the 2027 fiscal year. Currently, we're paying them $1,200 a year. So just to give you some background information, this is the contract memo of understanding we have with the Licking County. And that's all I have. Any questions for me?
We don't know what the new increase is gonna be.
We do not know until the new new executor comes to talk to us about what the new rate is going to be. Thank you.
Council members report. Very
I have nothing tonight except the fact that the snow removal had to be a challenge for you guys, and, I thought they did a pretty good job. I know we probably had a lot of complaints about driveways being shoveled in and out, that I'm sure they have to understand. So, that's all I
most
have.
do. Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Personnel committee, we already covered both of those, that was the two job descriptions, so. I'll let them report.
No problem.
Where'd you go?
Did you even know it?
It's rather lonesome over here, but you know,
Pretty quiet over there.
much to my chagrin. I guess I wanted to first and foremost echo what administration has said, which is that a huge thanks to the entire crew of Public Works. I can only imagine, I'm sure everyone in this room can only imagine the work and everything that went into the tireless effort to ensure our roads are safe, and that we had quite a lot of work done. So to that point, just wanted to echo again, a huge thanks to everyone over there. Also to the police. I can only imagine even more being patrolled and dealing with the conditions and the cold temperatures and trying to also keep the village safe in that regard as well. So thank you to your team as well. That being said, as far as other items in my report, I do have obviously marked from our last session here on January 20th. The Public Works Committee will meet on February 17th at 5 p.m. And that is all I have in my report for this evening.
I just will say, yeah, this Public Works did a fantastic job. I was just up on North 21st Street this afternoon. Man, I'll tell you, that slow lane, it's about 3/4 of the lane, and then there's like a wall, I'm not exaggerating, a 2-foot wall. All you do is, I can see the side of your car just wiping out on it. Good job.
Thank you. Well, I did appreciate the social media warning notes that went out. As I look back over the village, I only saw really 2 cars that were really plastered, and that was on the main road.
Yeah.
So I thought that was very good.
There was some on the side streets, but some of that you can't help it. So anyways, we got mayor's report. I didn't get anything passed down to me, so there is none. Review of expenses, everybody will over and see the report. We need to okay that. Okay, I guess I missed the visitors' comments, but since we don't have any. We got the meeting scheduled and event scheduled down through there. Everybody's got a copy of that. The next meeting on Monday is for planning and zoning. Also President's Day. Next council meeting will be 17th. Combined. You have any more questions, anybody? Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Councilmember Marietta and second by Councilmember Chap.
Mr. Wolf?
Yes.
Mr. Finley?
Yes.
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 Right, now you run away.